Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Argon, and today we're playing some World War II. You know, we like to make some videos on some World War II, some live comms, and we just talk about random stuff that I think of. Today, I want to talk to you guys about, I have a question for you today. First of all, I would like to know, what is your best Call of Duty? Now, I'm not talking about your favorite Call of Duty. I'm talking about the Call of Duty that you were personally the best player at. For me, it's certainly not this one. So, ironically, it's kind of ironic that I'm playing this game while talking about my best Call of Duty, because this game is not at all my best. And that's obviously because I haven't played that much. Now, maybe some people will call me a jetpacker. That's not entirely fair because I got my start in Modern Warfare 2, but I definitely adapted to jetpacks. I just haven't played this game a lot. So for me, and it's a toss-up. I gotta say, oh, good lord. My best COD is Infinite Warfare. That was the game I had the best stats in. I could carry pub matches in. I was just overall a good player. I had a lot of time played on that game. And then my second best one was Ghosts. And I'm going to tell you guys why IW was easily my best one. And that's because I stopped playing objective. I stopped playing for team wins. I started playing for kills. Oh, Lord, and score. I just started being a kill whore, basically. So what happened was, growing up, I've always been like I like playing sports, basketball, football, whatever. I'm not the most athletic person. You know, I'm like average athletic ability. I like to think I'm good at a lot of sports, but not amazing at any of them. If that makes any sense at all. I bet I speak for probably most people. So, oh Lord, I'm dead. There he is. Is that guy prone? I should have watched that kill cam. So growing up for me, when I played team sports, it was all about the team. All I cared about was the win, what I could do to contribute to that win. And I didn't care about my own personal stats. So I played basketball my whole life, basically, right? And I always prided myself on my defensive ability. Like, one thing I could, you know, maybe I couldn't control how good of a shooter I was. And I'll be honest with you, I played basketball for a long time, never once developed a jump shot. But what I could control was not letting you score on me. And the way I did that was just hustle. You know, like I played for the team. I played defensively. I played to prevent the other team from scoring. And I ultimately only cared about winning. That carried over. And then in football and high school and stuff, like I played defense pretty much the whole time. And obviously, if you play defense in football, like you're not part of scoring. You know what I mean? Rarely do you get an opportunity to score. So for me, again, and football is like the most obvious of these sports where it's like all about the team and all about the win. So for me, it was always about winning. There was no stats to keep as a football player on the defense other than tackles, sacks, interceptions, fumble recovery. Okay, so there's a lot of stats, but none of them are like, you know, super glorious stats that you would think of when you think of football. So for me, it was just the team and winning, you know, and that carried over for me into Call of Duty. Of course, I always play to win. I don't care about my stats. I rather play an objective game mode. When I first started playing COD, obviously, by the way, that's my own dead body. Good spawn. When I first started playing COD, Modern Warfare 2, I obviously played TDM like everybody else. But when I started switching over to Dom and like Ground War, I just became more hooked, and I never played TDM after that. And for me, anytime I played TDM, it just felt like I was cheating myself out of a good experience, you know? So I enjoyed the team environment of an objective game mode. And I do see that guy. I'm just chasing him. Oh my god, that's a rip. Nice assist, okay. So that's what it was. And then once I started coming over to doing YouTube in IW, like even IW, I started playing Dom. And in Ghost, I was on the leaderboards for domination. I didn't play TDM. So that's always what it was about for me. KD was secondary to the win. So that's just how I managed to play. And in IW, I changed that up because I was doing YouTube and I started to try and go for my first nuke. And you really can't do that in Dom. And then obviously at some point, I don't know where in the life cycle of, you know, Call of Duty public matches, it became a thing where nobody played objective. I don't know what it was, you know. I don't know if it was the score streaks that made it. I couldn't tell you, you know. But at that point, you know, I'm trying to even think like which specific title that became an issue. I want to say Ghost, but Ghost was a really easy game for you to control as like a 2-man. And me and my friends, like we would play, me and my brother-in-law, we would play like in a 2-man all the time. We play ground war, and we could run a domination ground war map, you know, like no problem. You can get good streaks, like it's doable. That guy should have died. But I think once we got to advanced warfare, it just became impossible. Like you can't run a lobby in a 2-man, especially when nobody else is playing the objective. It's just not a thing. You know, score streaks are 2 weeks, so we suffered a lot. All right, guys, confession time. I totally lost track of the score in that last game, and it ended before I could end the video, so we're going to play a second game. Now, that was my first game. I went 9-11. I went negative. I'm sorry. For what it's worth, I'm pretty sure at this point I'm carrying a negative KD in this game. I truly don't care. I might regret that later because I may end up carrying, and then it'll be really hard to get my stats back. But it is what it is. Also, it's my first game in like 5 days that I played, so it's really hard to carry good stats in a game when you don't play every day, especially a game like this, especially at launch when the game comes out. Everybody else is adapting, everybody else is learning, and you're just sitting back playing Fortnite, building forts and stuff, you know, hoping to get a gold scar. Anyway, as I was saying, I always played objective. That's what I always did in Ghost, in Advanced Warfare, and in Black Ops 3, always. I never carried over a 1.5 KD. It just wasn't a thing I cared about. I cared about the win. And even that, honestly, like, we didn't do, you know, I'm not like a pub stomper. Never claimed to be one. But that's where I sacrificed my KD. And finally, in IW, you know, like, I started to, you know, go for stats and stuff, kind of. And I saw, obviously, a notable increase once I started trying. And I played only TDM. And I totally, you know, once that happened, I started carrying an over 2 KD. Like that, I know as a fact. Where'd this guy go? He's gonna juke me. He is gonna juke me. I think my teammate got him. All right, so I, you know, I could carry the stats. I just didn't care. So for me, what? Come here so I can kill you. Oh, rip. So even though in Ghost, like, my stats weren't as good as they were in IW, I still consider that my best game because I just felt like I was a better player at that game. Dude. All right, 4 and 6. Okay, I'm trying my... All right, mini rant. I don't know what it's going to take for me to truly enjoy myself on this game. At the moment, I just think it's lacking a lot of things. Maybe I'm just not playing it enough. But for me right now, it's a struggle, man. I just don't know. But maybe we could turn up. Look at this gun. What is this side-loading magazine? It's dumb. Hold on, I have a shoddy on this. Good use of a shoddy, dude. Way to almost choke that. Dude, is that guy using, I gotta watch these things. That guy was not on the minimap. Unless he was using a silencer, I guess that makes sense. What the hell? Oh, did I really not? Look at this. This is how much of a noob I am. Look at this. Didn't even realize that guy was there. Total noob move. He was sitting in the worst head glitch. I didn't even notice him. So what are your guys' thoughts? What is your... Dude, pay attention, bro. I'm doing so bad. I'm so bad at this game. It's really... Honestly, I gotta start focusing up more. Dude, but this is something I said when I saw early gameplay of this game, was that the allies, like the teams, look too similar. Like the default camos that these guys wear, they look the same. Hold on, come here. Oh God, how's his name not popping up, dude? What? All right, so yeah, tell me in the comment section down below, what is your favorite COD and why? Not favorite. I'm sorry, I ruined the questionnaire. What's your best COD and why? Dude, you went... I swear to God, they nerfed the Type 100. They had to have. You guys got to tell me what they did to it because it is not the same gun that it was in the beta. What am I doing wrong? Look at that aim. It's not hitting anything. Anyway, tell me what am I doing wrong with this gun? Is it different? Or are we just getting spanked? Yeah, we're just getting spanked. Anyway, it looks like this video is gonna wrap up here any minute now. This game's gonna wrap up. We got slapped. I'm looking like another negative, almost double negative match. Do you guys care that I'm not doing good? Just let me know, because I truly don't care. I'm just here for having good conversation with you guys over some Call of Duty. Just because I'm not doing good at the game doesn't mean I don't love the game. I still want to talk about it with you guys. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're not following me on social media, the links are down in the description below. And as always, guys, my name is Argon, and I'll see you next time. Peace.